Hello, welcome to Afro News South Africa. Please kindly subscribe and share. Turn the notification on so you would be notified each time we upload a new video. Political celebration leaders regularly neglect about who they may be purported to constitute, whilst formulating responses to troubles. Eventually, a few leaders end up so preoccupied with their personal needs that they forestall worrying approximately the ones they may be purported to be searching out for. A chief who would not prioritize the ones below their rate isn't always doing their job. Current public declarations, with the aid of using the economic freedom fighters president and chief, have clarified the organization's stance and reaction to latest events. A lot of humans are speaking out towards him, and it appears very apparent that he's inciting violence. Nonetheless, the EFF chief has been very vocal approximately his war of words with the African National Congress's method to the contemporary issue. He argues that elected officers have to constantly make and try to confront violent offenders head-on. Some within inside the EFF are concerned approximately the celebration's destiny due to statements made with the aid of using its chief, Julius Malema. The remedy of advocates for financial freedom is a larger fear for them. As an end result of the remedy they have got skilled from their personal organization's president, when relied on member has taken to social media to announce his departure. As some distance as they may be concerned, Julius Malema isn't always giving the state of affairs any concept, and is consequently in all likelihood to behave hastily. The leaders of the institution calling itself the Economic Freedom Fighters should display their fans a bit greater dignity and respect, in my opinion. They want to hold the peace and deal with their contributors with dignity always, or they may lose them to rival political parties. Again, the problem, which changed into first of all discovered from a distance, has already unfolded throughout a massive part of KwaZulu-Natal, and into the neighboring province of Gauteng. Most South Africans had been taken aback with the aid of using Zuma's arrest, and had been against having the country's maximum famous ex-president at the back of jail, due to his age and popularity. As the protests grew to become violent, sugarcane plantations in Mpangeni had been set ablaze, and stores within inside the place had been compelled to close. The quantity of signap started to upward thrust after this point. After the protest, many important routes in Durban and Johannesburg had been closed for numerous days. The state of affairs changed into made greater worse on account that regulation enforcement officials did not anything to forestall looters from robbing businesses. The demonstrators had been capable of do something they desired on account that they outnumbered the cops. When President Ramaphosa addressed the troubles in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng on Twitter, he failed to preserve back. These authorities will now no longer tolerate any shape of violence, intimidation, theft, or looting towards any citizen, and as a way to be made regarded immediately. We will now no longer hesitate to confiscate and prosecute to the overall quantity of the regulation, absolutely everyone observed responsible of such acts. The President, Cyril Ramaphosa, has dispatched a proper letter. Your country has long passed to war, and you have got determined to ship troops to fight. This is proof which you are a true chief, in my opinion. The chief of the institution can be equipped to cope with this sort of state of affairs that arises. You should not waste time soldering collectively option to the issue. At least, that is what one South African concept